Hello friends, welcome back to the Dethroned YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be showing you an incredibly powerful attack strategy for Town Hall 11 in Clash of Clans. The Zap Super Archer attack strategy. This is currently one of the best armies you can use at TH11, and it's one of the easiest to learn too. In this tutorial, we'll be taking down a variety of maxed out war bases. Here's the troop combination we'll be using. Feel free to adjust the number of wall breakers according to the enemy base layout. Now let's dive in. Take a good look at this base. Our first priority is to destroy the Eagle artillery using Zap spells. Of course, we need to inflict damage onto nearby defenses too. Once the compartment is cleared, we will release our queen backed up by 4 healers. She will head south and enter the base at around 7 o'clock. The Super Archer squad, backed up by the Warden and 3 healers, will move in the opposite direction and enter the base at around 11 o'clock. To enable these 2 units to get inside, we will use super wall breakers to open these walls. We need to clear the junk buildings to funnel the troops to the core of the base. We will use our king at 6 o'clock for this purpose and siege barracks to achieve that on the other side. That's pretty much it. Our units will move in and destroy the base with the help of rage spells. This plan might seem a bit complicated, but it is actually one of the easiest attacks to execute. Now, let's do the attack. Alright, let's start the attack by zapping out the Eagle artillery using 7 Zap spells and an earthquake. Of course, we will target the nearby defenses too to get the maximum value possible. Without wasting any time, let's deploy our Archer Queen along with 4 healers to start off the Queen charge. We can drop our super wall breakers early because we will be busy creating the funnel and controlling the 2 units and their spells from now on. Alright, the Super Archers are out now. You want to drop those Super Archers once the Queen has cleared out some buildings and started moving towards the side we planned earlier. If you're not so sure on getting the Queen to go where you want her to, I suggest waiting until she starts moving away to a side before deploying the Super Archers. That way, if the Queen goes the wrong way, we can just send the Super Archers in the opposite direction. The key thing here is to make sure that both units don't end up going the same way and messing up the attack. I hope you get what I'm talking about. As you can see, we deployed the siege barracks at 12 to make sure that side gets cleared so our Super Archers can enter the base. We will do the same at 6 o'clock using our king once the queen reaches that area. The key here is to use our funneling units not too early or not too late to ensure that they move along with their corresponding kill squad unit and take the heat equally. I recommend using 1 rage spell for the Super Archer charge and the other one for the queen charge. However, in some situations, you might have to use both of them to support a single unit. I will show you such cases later in this video. We will also do attacks demonstrating low Zap value bases, taking down the Queen with Zap, using double super wall breakers, attacks using flame flinger, and more. I will also give you all the tips and tricks necessary to dominate every opponent in clan wars and multiplayer battles. So watch until the end and become a master of this unique attack strategy and impress your clanmates. Up next, we will attack a base that gives very low value with Zap spells. In this particular base, there are only 2 defenses in close proximity to the Eagle artillery, both of which are splash damage defenses. As a result, dropping 8 spells here provides very little value compared to the previous base. However, I chose this base to demonstrate that whether we destroy an entire compartment or just the artillery with spells, this army can still steamroll everything in its path and defeat any base that you throw at it. This layout enables easy splitting of both of our units, so there's no need to worry about the Queen and Super Archers going the same way. The core is heavily defended by 4 expos, making it unwise to send our Queen into that area as she will be knocked out. Instead, we will use our Super Archers to take them out. As always, we will use our funneling units, including the siege machine and our king, to clear out the buildings right where we want our kill squad units to enter the base. To pave the way to the core, we can use super wall breakers to open these layers of wall. Between the Queen charge and Super Archer charge, the later one is more powerful, so it's better to use the Super Archer unit on the more heavily defended side. Super Archer Charge is basically Queen Charge on steroids. Plus, it can use the Grand Warden ability, so it's better suited for dealing with the enemy Queen, CC troops, and high damage cores. You want to hold on to the Queen's ability as much as possible so it can be used in high-stress areas at the back end of the base. Enemy clan castle troops are usually not a big threat for this army. Damaged CC like super minions can easily be dealt using the poison spell and the Warden ability if necessary. Tanky units like golems and lava hounds can be a pain though. Up next, we will attack a base with a slightly different approach, so keep watching. Before that, consider subscribing to the channel if this video is helping you become better in your game. Also, leave a like to show your support. In the previous attacks, we started our Queen Charge and Super Archer Charge near the area we used our Zap spells, and that's the recommended way to execute this attack strategy because it's easier to create a well-defined path for both of the units. But in this attack, we are deploying the Kill Squad units away from the zapped out area just to show you that this army is very flexible and you don't have to stick to a very strict way of attacking. And since the Queen doesn't have much to deal with on her side, we will use both the rage spells on our Super Archers. Super Archers are fairly weak troops and doesn't have much hit points, so it's very important to make good use of the Grand Warden ability. I usually activate the Warden ability when facing enemy CC troops, like super minions, or near the enemy Queen, as they can pick off our archers fairly quickly. If you're wondering if Hog Riders are the best option to carry in our clan castle, I would say yes. You can bring Yetis too, but Hog Riders does a better job in most cases by picking off defenses along the sides, while our main squad takes all the heat. If you're not a big fan of siege barracks, you can use flame flingers too. It all depends on the base design. If there are many buildings outside the base that need to be cleared in order to get our kill squad into the base, then siege barrack is the one to go with, just like in this attack. However, flame flinger is the better option. If there are not many outside buildings that need to be cleared for the funnel, I will show you an example in the next attack, so keep watching. If you're using Flame Flinger, you should deploy it first. This would allow the corner to get cleared before the kill squad reaches that area. No need to wait for the kill squad. If you're wondering how much zap is needed to destroy defenses, here's some information. Archer tower, mortars, bomb towers, and air defenses will go down with just 2 zap and an earthquake. Wizard towers, cannons, and warden statues requires 3 zap and an earthquake. Inferno towers will go down with 4 zap and an earthquake. X-bows requires 5 zap and an earthquake. And finally, it takes 5 zap spells to knock out the Archer Queen. Yeah, you heard it right. You can zap out a max-level Archer Queen if you're lucky enough to find a base that has the Queen placed near the artillery. And you already know that I will show you every possible scenario in my tutorials. You can check this particular one in attack number 6. As you can see, the Flame Flinger has taken out a good chunk of the base but left behind some junk buildings. And these junk buildings can sometimes ruin our attack by messing up the funnel and luring out the kill squad. You can fix that by carrying some cleanup troops like baby dragons or wizards. I forgot to mention this. You should always bring balloons and use them ahead of our healers to scout for seeking air mines. You can also take some extra balloons to destroy mortars that are close to our Flame Flinger. Ground X-bows and mortars are the only defenses that can outrange the Flame Flinger. We will attack 2 more bases, so watch those attacks carefully and see if you can predict the moves. Again, consider subscribing to the channel and smashing the like button if you found this video helpful. I really appreciate that. So, the next time you're confused which attack strategy you should use in war, you can choose this one. Of course, there are many other attack strategies at TH11, like Lavaloon, Hybrid, Blizzard Dragons, etc. But the advantage of using this one is that, as you saw, You don't have to be super skilled, and this army can tolerate some mistakes. All you got to do is make sure that the Queen charge and the Super Archer charge goes in opposite directions, and it's not that difficult. As I said earlier, if you're not good at walking the Queen, you can just wait for the Queen to move in any direction, and then drop the Super Archers the other way. If you need to destroy multiple inner layers of wall, just drop the Super Wall Breakers back to back. The funneling units can be interchanged too, but I recommend using the King on the side with least buildings to clear, and the Siege Barracks at the side where it's crowded. And keep in mind to deploy the Siege Barrack in a way it doesn't get targeted by defenses right away.
City, so we're the ones that break it down. Warriors with fearless spirit. One step and there's no way out. Burn it down to the ground. If you're ready, make it sound.